Good afternoon, everyone. Here we go. Let's take a moment to look how good that looks. Look at that gear. Lovely. That cloak just finishes it off nicely, doesn't it? And then you've got the lightning shield. Not the same colour, but as the shoulders. Looking very good. But let's crack on. What have you got for me? A couple of sneaky quests from you. Let's see what we've got. Sure, we just seen someone run off down there. Oh, I was going to get a mount, wasn't I, to match our transmog. Because I've got that one red one there. Not sure about that one though. That's a bit ridiculous. What was that I just clicked on? Looks alright, but it can't fly, so that's no good to us, is it? What else have we got? I like that mount. Not for this character though. No. For a different one. No. No red ones, is there? I like my mount to fit the gear. That's a nice one. Don't go with this though. Invincible. That used to be my favourite mount. I don't know what is now. There's that many. I will just leave it for now. Don't want to be taking the mick, do I? We'll just stick with this. I'll maybe find it when I'm not recording.
Must remember the light. Shield.
Saying I double check, yes I am recording. Don't want to do what I did yesterday. I was 18 minutes in and just chatting. And then I realised, oh, I'm not actually recording it. So we'll start again. Return to the temple. Do a couple of other quests before I return straight there. Let's queue for Corin Diabro. I don't actually know what he gives, gear-wise. I used to use Atlas Loot, but I don't even know if that's an add-on in retail. I don't think these ones tell you. That's not a holiday section. So you would think it would be in Blackrock Depths. But I can't see him on that list. So, just a bit of a guessing game, isn't it? I was looking for charge then. I don't know why I've not been on the warrior today. The last character I was on was this. I should have really done it alternative. This warrior, but I just find this more relaxing. And that's what I fancy. After I finished work in the gym, I prefer a more relaxing character. So this one is. Also, we have to Terror Fiends. I'm sure you have to kill them twice. Work wasn't ideal this morning. Just poured down all day. Not what you want being a postie. And then you have to hear every single person who sees you saying, "You're wet," or "This is nice weather, isn't it?" Something along those lines. You say, "Yeah, it's good this." I suppose it is September and it is the UK, so to be expected. And as I've done the job for 17 years, it's not like it's something I'm not used to. Alright. What level are we? 28. On this character, I'm not, like I said before, I'm not bothered about what level I am on this. The other ones I sort of was, because I didn't have too many high up. So you sort of, you can't help but rush. Whereas this is just slow and steady wins the race. It always reminds me of that story of, you know, the rabbit, no, the rabbit and the tortoise, where the tortoise wins. And that's on about obviously doing slow and steady, but I'm sure I heard that the full story of that is that the tortoise won, so then he became the lookout for the little village of all the animals. But then the wolves attacked the village and the turtle was too slow to then alert everyone, so all the animals died. So I have no idea what the moral of that story would be. And I'm sure that wasn't a dream. I'm sure I did read that somewhere. You never know with me though. When I was walking to the gym today, it happens quite a lot, this. When I'm walking there, I just get this, I won't say euphoric moment maybe, but a feeling of this is what life's meant to be like. Doing things that actually improve you for the betterment, where you're just heading towards something, or if you're in the middle of doing it. And when you head to work, it's almost like a dull feeling of, here we go, get this 8 hours out of the way with. It'd be different obviously if you had your own job, your own career or your own business, but for most people that's not the case, is it? Say if you head to a supermarket or whatever it is, you just head there thinking, right, get this out of the way with, and then I've got time to do with my own thing after. But the only problem is, the things you're then doing after work, you're doing substandard, because obviously you've used most of your energy doing something you don't want to do, something you have to do. You'd think we'd have sort of changed by now, society. We literally are the masters of our own fate, and yet we've created this world still, where in which we there's 52 weeks in the year, and we work 46 of it, 47 weeks, and have a couple of weeks off, and then we'll just on average 9 to 5, so then you get those couple of hours after to do things. It just seems silly, and that's putting it lightly. But will it change? Probably not. I don't know what could force a change like that. So I listen to a lot of Joe Dispenza and people like that, and I always feel like it'd be good to have those sorts of people in a government role, so you're combining what's best for the people, not just with laws, but with psychology. But I suppose, do the government really care what's best for us, or is it more what's best for them? It seems like what's best for them, doesn't it? Out in the UK with that winter allowance, reducing money for pensioners for things like that. How's that for the best, for the good of us?
I need to target something first.
What can I do about it? Unless I log this Shaman, and she goes down and just tears the government for a new one. Terrafine, one more. Never really watched much of the news, so I never know much of what's going on, if I'm honest. The only news I really look at is football. Or UFC. Try to limit how much negativity I bring in, because you are surrounded by it. So they say you are the person, you are like a combination of the 5 people you surround yourself with.
Time is
But
money,
the
friend.
problem is,
Have a good one.
we don't really have a choice in some of the people that we hang around with. Obviously out of work you do, but you spend more time with your work colleagues than you do with the people who you would choose to spend time with. So then you can pick up habits from people who you would not have spent time with otherwise.
I don't have a target.
I had an idea today, and it was, say they're doing like a video like this, where it's like obviously a video playthrough, but this says relaxing stream. I think it says that. I can't remember. Even though I've not even done the title yet, but they all said the same thing. Irrelevant. But say it could say Shaman leveling, and then each different one could be a different topic. Say it could be like mental health or suicide, something like that, because that's almost linked to mental health, and it's quite prevalent in today's society. Like we had someone in where I live kill themselves the other day. But they could be quite depressing streams, some of them, to chat about that for an hour. And do I really have the depth of information to really give a good hour's talk and all that? Everyone has their own opinions on these things, and they are interesting conversations. But without a good foundation of your actual knowledge, how you just chat and shy. Which most people seem to. They just regurgitate what they've heard from someone else to get likes, a lot of the time on social media, I find anyway. I haven't posted an actual status on social media for... can't remember. I just never do it. For a couple of reasons really. One, I don't have that many people on it because I removed them all because I thought they're not my friends. So, and even the people I've got there aren't. So it's like, why bother posting something to people who aren't your mates?
I don't have a target.
You might as well just open the door and shout out my opinion.
I need to get
But it doesn't really matter. The only reason I could think of doing it is because when you're writing something down, how to phrase this, you can almost make it more clear your thoughts. When you're writing something down, you might write it down and think, no, that's not right, delete it and write a bit more. But then if you're going to do that, you might as well just journal your opinions and your ideas. Because obviously when someone writes a book, what they write down to start with isn't what's going to be published. To write it down, edit it, and then get it right. So then obviously if you do the same with your own ideas, you're going to get it right in your mind. So later on, your ideas are more clear. So you can form better opinions of things. But let's face it, I don't think when people are making Facebook statuses are they really thinking about what they're putting. And a lot of the time it's just in anger.
Be good.
So they just, almost the worst version of themselves comes out.
Have a good one.
And then people will see that and think, what a prick. After casting nice. So the first 30 minutes of this video have been absolutely nothing to do with World of Warcraft. Right, let's get back to it then. Let's queue for a sneaky dungeon. I think it's conversations like that help keep my mind more awake. Don't really get to have many of them with actual people. Doesn't seem like people have the capacity to talk about things like that in depth. One thing that's going to be a problem with leveling in this zone is the thumbnails. I like to have different good looking ones, but if we're always in Hellfire Peninsula, they're always going to be of Hellfire Peninsula. It's like, how many different angles can I get of it? I suppose I'd like to have the dark portal involved in a lot of them, because that's the most aesthetic part of this zone. So even though I've not even been near that during this whole episode, it almost doesn't make sense to it. But I suppose it is an indication of the majority of this video was spent in Hellfire. So I'll probably do that. I'll fly in here and get a picture of it. Oh, hello. Hello, hello. How many weeks is it till I have my next week off? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Oh god. cannot wait though for that. I'll be able to bash quite a fair few of these out. It'd be nice to go to the gym every day feeling fresh. And I was going to get another Thai yoga massage this week on Wednesday. I've seen that she had an appointment for it at 5 again. It's just expensive. So I might try and spread them out, like maybe one a month or something. I always think it's bizarre. I don't know whether this is the same rule in different countries, but how in England you have to get an MOT every year for your car to have it on the road, and if it fails you obviously have to pay to get whatever fixed and then redo your MOT so you can use it. Yet there's nothing like that for your body. I almost feel like your workplace should have to put you through a full health check to make sure that the person's good in health and sound in body and mind to be doing the work that they're doing, and then if they are, yeah, they can return to work. But if they're not, then that should be sorted. Because you often hear of people who they might have something wrong with them but they don't realise, and then by the time they realise what is actually wrong with them, it's too late, and might have a tumour or something like that. We had a guy at work, perfectly fine. Next thing you know, he started spelling stuff wrong, and sort of just zoning out. Finds he had, I think it was like hundreds of tumours in his brain, and he's got about 6 months to live now. Whereas if he had a full health check every year, could that have been avoided? I don't know, but there's bound to be some things that would be avoided.
Hey, how you doing? Keep it real.
It's just interesting what we give our attention to, I suppose. Am I queuing for anything? Yeah. What am I queuing for? A random dungeon, is it? I'd much prefer to build a community that has these sorts of conversations about things like this, and say, obviously, WoW, like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, and stuff like that. And so, like, people in the comments could start one, that would be good, and just like sort of follow it on, and then get a Discord group going for other things like that. And no sort of drama that you see, because that's obviously rife with WoW. No interest in stuff like that. But then again, I suppose people do it because it attracts views, doesn't it? And views for the top creators means money. Nope, we don't want that.
I don't have a target.
I haven't seen too many people around today.
I need to get closer.
Saw quite a few last time. Sadly, a lot of them we've seen was before I'd actually
I need to
probably
target
recorded.
something first.
This is a weird quest, isn't it? Me going through his shades. I said I was going to shave as well the other day. I lied. Good job I didn't really. I would have been a bit chilly today. Awesome cake is now deleted your group. Hiya. That must be a monk, yeah. Hiya. Patari. Monk. An awesome cake. Awesome cake. Fun there, nice. This dungeon will be good. It's one we haven't done, and it's got a few sneaky quests. I was good with the Arsenal result yesterday. It's weird because at the start of it, I think I probably said even on video, I would have done, I'd take a draw away from home. Then we went 1-0 down, so, but 2-1 up just before half time, and then Trossard gets sent off, which I thought we'd end up losing 3-2, but we managed to last, what, 50 minutes? It gets to the 97th minute, and then they score with a few seconds to go in like the 98th minute. So disappointing. But Rodri's apparently injured, their main midfielder, and their record without him is a lot different. So that's good news. Well, obviously it's never good news if someone gets injured, but you know what I mean. His injury benefits Arsenal, shall we say.
I don't have a
Our
target.
next game, I think it's Bolton on Wednesday. I'm not bothered really about that. Only the League Cup. And then Leicester on the weekend. I think it might be a Saturday 3 o'clock one. Oh, well, that's not on TV, so I can't watch it. And I've not got a dodgy box. As they call it in England, that's where you can watch any channel for free. You pay like 50 quid a year, then you can watch any single channel in the world. Illegally, but obviously. Loads of people do it. Which isn't surprising when you think how much you have to pay for all these different things now. Amazon, Netflix, Disney, and then all the different Sky Sports. Then you've got BT, Box Office for all the different ones. Probably works several hundred, maybe not thousands pounds a year. Thousands might be a bit of a stretch, but hundreds.
I need to target something first.
How big is this dungeon? I don't really recognise it all that much. Oh, I recognise it, but I don't know the full layout of it, shall we say. Not like something like SFK, which I know that like the back of my hand. I must have run that hundreds of times, hundreds and hundreds over the years.
I don't have a target.
That was my prime way of making money years ago. Selling the BOEs, or disenchanting them, selling the mats for that, and wool cloth. Wool cloth used to make decent money. Don't know why, like Modern Silk and other ones that were higher level. Just seemed to for some reason. And it was always a good chance to try and get Shadowfang. I used to have this fixation of trying to get it. I never once had that. Never once in all these years had it. And yet I managed to get Invincible. I think I got it on like my second run as well. When I was soloing it though, I didn't actually do the Lich King when I was raiding. The guild that I was in at the time,
Target something first.
we got to that and I just knew it was going to take them ages to be able to kill him. So I just stopped raiding. I thought, I'm not spending 3 hours a night trying and failing on this. That's just not enjoyable for me at all. That was back when I lived at my dad's. I think it was raiding time like 8 till 11 maybe? Something like that. Can't remember. I didn't even know the tactics, I didn't research them or anything. I'd just be on Skype at the time to my mate who was a good raider, like one of the top guilds in the server. So we'd get to the boss, I'd say like this one. And I'd be like, oh, what are the tactics for this boss now? And he'd tell me and I'd be like, right, okay then. And then that'd be my research for it. And it was always me or two others that were top for damage. I was a blood DK, because that's when people classed them as DPS back then to start with. And there was me and another DK or a Warlock that was top. I remember the Warlock always dying on, is it Syndragosa? Where you literally just had to when two of your people got frozen, and then the rest of the party just had to stand behind them. Like the ice blocks, and he used to die all the time. I was thinking, how do you keep dying to that? Could not be a more simple mechanic. I'm not a good player, obviously. Well, that's ridiculous. But like I said, as long as he's enjoying the game, does it really matter? Like, if we do clear that boss. Not really.
Quite effective.
Gay Watcher Iron Hands.
I'm out of range.
I wonder what people think of this game. So if you haven't ever played it before, you didn't know what it was, and you just play like the modern games, I bet they'd think it's dreadful. And they'd probably base that purely on graphics, I bet. Like, a lot of people seem to take that into account. It's like when people chat about Lord of the Rings online, they mention the graphics. And firstly, I don't think they're that bad. Ooh, that teeny ceiling. I think it's like I've said before, the combat that's the problem with Lord of the Rings online. The graphics you can sort of alter a bit in the settings, as long as you've got a good computer. I remember Aeon Online, their graphics used to be unreal. Me and a couple of mates tried that when that first came out. But the combat for that, where are you going? It took ages, I'm sure, like just to kill one mob. But the combat was fun, but it just took ages to kill each mob. I think that's why we stopped playing it. It's finding that right balance, isn't it, between not just squishing them just one shot, so it's too easy, but then at the same time not taking too long. I think they might have it. Kata might be a good version, or Wrath might have that perfect blend of that for how long it takes to kill certain stuff. I know some people would argue vanilla, but I'm not sure on that one. But I am sure it's not that. Yeah. Who is the main boss for this place? Panzer calculator. I wonder what he's calculating.
Target something first.
DK's transmog might be good. Let's have a look. Oh no, is it Monk? Oh no. Yeah, I like that one. I know it's just a set, but I've always liked that set. I used to use the transmog mine for a while like that. We need to get a better one for this. Have we got new legs yet? Still no. Won't let me transmog those. I don't know why though. Like, it was just crossed out, that section. I know I should really use Earthshock in situations like that, but I just like the animation of Earthquake. That car looks good enough. I like the look of his Huskies. I delivered to someone's house today and it said on the door, if not in, leave out in the shed. I go to open the gate and I couldn't get it, the latch was far too low. This should obviously left it open. But as I looked through I saw a Husky there and it was sort of sniffing, one barking or anything. I always feel harsh when I see dogs and their owners, you just know, don't look after them properly. They like the idea of having a pet, but then they soon get bored of it, so they just leave it in the garden and just don't spend enough time with it. Especially something like a Husky. Shouldn't really be having that in Britain. It's not the right climate for them, and they need a lot of walking. You know, most people aren't going to have the time for that. One of the reasons why I don't have a dog, because I know the last thing I'm going to do once I've finished the gym, well, work, then the gym, is then go and walk a dog. So it's just not fair. I'm charging slowly, so I just don't get one. I think people just too quickly, they think, oh, I want that, and then just go and get it and don't think things through. Hello. See which book I'm going to read today, either that Never Die or Robert Greene's Mastery one. I've only just started that. About 20 pages in. The Never Die one, about a third of the way through. It's been alright so far. It's not spectacular by any means, but it's not bad. This little kid has brought back warriors to life. Because he needs people for a mission to kill somebody, this emperor. So he sort of watches on the edges of battles and then see who dies, and if they're a good fighter that he's read about or heard in the past stories of them, he brings them back to life so that they'll help him kill somebody. But he can only bring them back once. If they die again, that's it. But no one he's brought back yet has then died again. He's only brought back 2 people so far. This woman and this guy. That's it. Right, what are we going for? Don't really need that. Unless I get a different imbue later. It helps intellect. Followed by hex. Increase the radius of your totems. Right, I'll leave this so I'm not slowing them down. I'll have to pick a talent. Oh. Get these and we'll fly into the air. Pick one over there, won't we? And I'll have to summon that guy again from over there. The little fell hounds. Right, what are we thinking here? Well, you have another activity damage or taken reduced by 5. That's not really a worthwhile amount, is it? That again, the only imbue I've got is Flame Tongue, so it's not worth it at the moment. They're good for PvP, but I won't be doing it. Not a use for that. Hex. Increase the duration. It's all stuff which, from the, there might be. Oh, here we go. Might be the Ghost Wolf one. That's Astral Shift, isn't it? Yeah. 2-minute cooldown. Reduce it by 30 seconds, or an additional 20% reduce damage. That 20% is a decent amount. At first when I saw that talent tree, it's sort of a bit intimidating how big it was. I thought I'd be lost. I quite like it. Especially as you can tell, I don't follow a WoW or anything, I just randomly pick whatever I think. Which I think is how it should be. Otherwise, what's the point in having a tree? You might as well just get given moves. Ah, nice. Didn't take too long. Looking forward to the next Rings of Power on Thursday. Enjoyed the last one.
Yo,
The orcs attacking
be good. Keep it
the
real.
elf place at
Be
the end.
good.
Is it Eregion? I want to say it was Eregion. I apologise if that's wrong. If any of you are Lord of the Rings fans, I know how particular they can be. Oh. I remember those. You need those for rep, or you could sell them and make decent money. Back when TBC was first out, I didn't have a clue what was going on, so I used to just sell everything. I do need to be in a don't I? Sounds like I don't know what I'm doing now. many can I actually take on at once? Don't really push the boundaries that much on this character, do I? I'm just not as good at spellcasters as melee. Hello. What was that? Feels like it's better to sort of focus your main power on one character, one enemy, than it is to use chain lightning here. It's like flame shot, lava burst, kill them, and then straight on to the next one. So, probably only a second or two in it, I guess. There we are. Ugraz. Making random little noises myself. Level 30, yeah? Big bad 30. Who'd have thought it? Me on an elemental Shaman. I think it'd be more surprising to my mates if they saw me on a Shadow Priest. Which I will make eventually. I'll make them all. I might even do different specs for some of them. Blood Decay. What have we got at the moment? An Arms Warrior, so I can make a Fury one. Just keep doing it until I get bored. Probably won't, no. Yeah, there's a player. I'm not going to do one, I'm just sort of just looking about. Pre-made becomes available at 50.
Time is money, friend.
I feel like they should make more content for lower level. Like I said before, like having raids or turning the old raids into big dungeons. So turn into like Black Temple, ICC, all the old raids, we'll leave it so that, into say 10-man dungeons. That'd be good to level. Actually do that's like in this one, what raids have we got? Raids, Burning Crusade, you go through Black Temple, Karazhan, things like that as a 10-man group. I think loads of people would do leveling then. Here he is. Why have I still got him there? I think he just randomly disappears. That pet. They're quite good as well. You see how that's like facing over there? Is if they had it, this probably it might be difficult to run on a PC, so depending on the power. Is if you had those catapults firing over there, and you had those cannons firing over there, and then down that little fissure there, you had men charging down, and the sort of meet in the middle here, and there's just a massive battle going on. Sort of like, you know, the Two Towers games for PS2, Return of the King, where you have to do. Just sort of get involved in the fight, I guess. So you had that going on. That would be decent. Where am I going now? Oh, hello, little druid. Let's have a little inspect of them, shall we? Alright, straight to their arse, eh? You obviously think I'm an arse man.
Talk to me.
Adapts friend. Ooh, what's that? That mine's better. If you look at mine, it's actually pretty good that. 28 intellect at this level. surprisingly good. Right, what have we got? We've got another talent. Casting Frost Shock adds to increase the damage of your next lava burst. So that'd be quite good for... Do you know what I was doing earlier, where I was doing Frost Shock to slow them before they get to me, then Flame Shock, then Lava Burst. It'd be good for that. Reduces the Milsom cost, that's decent. Alright, we'll go that. And then... what's this one? I love the zones in World of Warcraft. So good. Especially in the older versions of the game, I just feel like they've got the perfect combination of like stuff going on and also nothing going on, like in places. They just seem to have that mix just right. Someone over there, look. What's that? Enhanced Shaman. He looked weird. That white version, whatever that is. Is it that Astral thing? No, he didn't look like that, did he? I don't think. There we go, that should increase my lava burst. Oh. That wasn't. I like the feather. One more, maybe. Well, we'll see what the queue's like. I have said in the past I'll try and only keep it to two dungeons per video, but the Core and Diary one, we don't count that as a proper dungeon, do we? A frost shot damage increased. I wasn't even meant to be targeting that one. We'll take it. It's nice, that one, isn't it? The Earth Shock. What number is that? I need to keybind that Ghost Wolf to my mouse. Pretty much one of the only things to keybind. That and Stealth. I keep doing it. I need to use Frost Shock first to increase his Lava Burst. Frost Shock, Flame Shock, Lava Burst. I thought that would kill him. Right. Well, let's try and use this before it goes. Oh, never mind. What do we want? What do we want? Ramparts? No, maybe not.
I need a target.
Decent though. Couple of sneaky little quests. This one where you go like to the left, to the right. Everything you own in the back, to the left. Yeah, and then back to the middle. Need to make sure you press some levers though against each boss. Otherwise the door doesn't open. What have we got here? Tanking. He's on an absolute mission by the looks of it. Prot Warrior. I was going to guess Demon Hunter at the speed he's going. Demon Hunters and Monks are normally the speedy ones, I've found.
Target something first.
I'm not going to get a proper rotation on these stuff, am I?
I'm out of range.
No. I'll just press random stuff. Doesn't really matter, does it? Put a Flame Shock on though, just in case it gives us instant Lava Burst. And then we'll just spam Chain Lightning. Start that on. There we go. One pot. Maybe get a little level in here. Maybe.
I don't have a target. I need a target.
I need a target. What's that? Hopefully I can pay that. We have got a lot of levels though. We've got to what, 71? We've got 40 levels in the Outlands. We'll do obviously Hellfire. Then not sure. Migrand. Yeah, we'll do Migrand. That'll just look, if anything, that'll just look good for thumbnails. And then we'll just see how it goes.
Our matron will be the end of you.
I do like a couple of the, well, all the zones actually in Outlands. Even Blade Edge Mountains, which I wasn't keen on at one point, with a flying mount, it's alright. Which obviously it's easy to navigate everything. Especially the speed of the mounts that we have now. They must all have the quests if he's killing stuff like that. Because normally the tanks would just run past everything to get to the end. Let's have a little look, shall we? Not bad. Reminds me of one of the Wardens. Is it Fell Song? That used to guard Illidan. It's an absolute beast of a character he is. Wonder which expansion he'll come back in.
I don't have a target.
The last one maybe? Well, the last one of the 3 that they've announced. Like I said, I think Sylvanas will come back and save her sister, or sacrifice herself to save her. But I want her back in the game. I like her storylines. Well, maybe not storylines, but I like her as a character. The Shadowlands one was a bit one of those less said the better sort of things, but that's not her fault, it's more the jailer. Click. He was rapid.
Target something first.
Nothing I need to pick up, is there? Yes. And we just have. Have they pressed what we need to press? I don't know. You hear a loud rumbling metal grinding on gate. Yeah, whatever it said. So yes, they have. Survival hunter. Warrior, mage. We're still Shaman. He's nippy as well, isn't he? What's he using that keeps him so nippy? Is it the hunter? Ah, aspect perhaps? I even think he's using that.
I need a target.
Rats. People don't say that anymore. But I can't talk, I didn't say it, did I?
I need to target something first.
Not in chat anyway. Seen something the other day on Facebook, something about people not saying bless you when someone sneezes. And loads of people in the comments saying they've never said that in their life, loads of people. I thought that was bizarre, I thought that was just something everyone said. I'll say if I don't even know the person is, if someone sneezes nearby me. Hostile recall, is that? Yeah, not about that one. What have we got there? Right. Teleport out and in. Don't put me in combat. Don't disappear before I can do it back. There we go. This is the dungeon I've said in the past where I completed the quest, they'd done that there, queued for another one, I declined it, so they kicked me. I didn't have it, so I couldn't hand the quest in. I was like, oh, right, thank you for that. Right, what are we going for? What are we going for this time? The movement speed one? Or the damage? Remove snares, that one. Why would you want reduced damage as a ghost wolf? I don't get that one. Because don't 1 second, because you're not going to be attacking as a wolf unless that's something you can do later, like the DKs can do it mounted. We'll go with that one though. Remove snips and what have you. Right, that's done. We'll call that there, I think. I'll go get some food. All I've had since the gym was a protein shake. Get some chicken or something down me. Got no wraps, used them yesterday. Don't know, I'll find something. Right, I best end this and then go and find what I'm going to use for the thumbnail. So, I'll be back tomorrow.